Alrighty, we're back with another chapter. Chapter 11 is in the point of view of Christine. So, Becoming Sister Wives, Chapter 11, Part 1. Having 6 kids of my own and another 11 who come and go from my house is both fun and challenging. Over the years, my sister wives and I have had to figure out how to combine our different parenting styles into a cohesive version that our kids completely understand. As our kids grow up and mature, we can see the benefits of our many different perspectives, which have all contributed to how well-rounded and well-adjusted our children are. However, as the kids have gotten older, the difference in my sister wives and my parenting styles has grown more apparent. While all 4 of our households have had more or less the same rules, the enforcement can be quite different. For example, none of us permit jumping on the furniture, but Mary's couches will last her entire lifetime, while Janelle's were broken after a month. Mine got really dirty really fast, while Robin's will remain pristine for a long time. In the same vein, there's no eating in the living room in any of our houses. Mary's living room is spotless, without a crumb to be found. Janelle has food spots on her carpet and couches, and I find wrappers shoved in between the couch cushions. Occasionally, I even find plates and forks under my couches. Robin is in the forbidden wrapper camp as well, but not to my extent. In many ways, we're lucky that not all of us react the same way to issues with our children. There are many times when it seems impossible for me to connect with my kids, so I really lean on my sister wives for help. Mary has a sweet way of engaging Isabel. She responds to her lovingly and patiently. Isabel is sweet back to her and loves Mary. The other day, I picked up Isabel at Mary's house, and she told me that Mary was her bestie. I adore Hunter, and he is always welcome in my home. During his difficult adjustment to living in Vegas, he always knew he could come to my house and I would just be there for him. I suddenly understood why he was feeling troubled. His world was out of control, and he needed truly time. In the same way, Robin has been wonderful for Mackelty. She gets her, and this has been so important. This has been so important for me because not everyone in the family fully understood her unique outlook. At times, she has really struggled with her identity, and I know it will help to have family other than mom to confide in. While all the wives pitch in to help with the kids however they can, I also go out of my way to interact with my children on a one-to-one basis. I think that individual time is really important in a family as large as ours. We have reading times and times for games. My kids are my favorite hobby. I regularly organize outings for my group of 6, even if they're simple treats. We get ice cream or rent a movie and all watch together in my room. Back in Utah, we went to my mom's house every Sunday. I've tried to keep the tradition of a Sunday expedition now that we are in Las Vegas, but since the traffic here is terrible, we often keep it local. One week we drove out to the desert, and another we all went bowling downtown. And of course we still do things with the whole family since we are away from our church. We worship in our homes instead. We have a family service followed by a family dinner, which gives us some time to hang out together afterward. In the evening, we usually play games, read, or watch movies, the normal stuff that all families do. Since I spend so much time with my kids, I feel that I'm quite tuned into their needs. This allows me to establish realistic punishments on a case-by-case basis. I choose consequences to fit the situation. When Aspen leaves the car messy, she has to clean it out and vacuum it. When Mackenzie wears immodest clothes, I take them away. When Peyton gets bad grades, he doesn't play Xbox. When Gwendolyn cooks on Isabel, she does Isabel's chore. And when Isabel is a brat, she cannot spend time with me. One of the major problems I'm having these days is with how my older girls, Aspen and Mackenzie, dress. They insist on wearing shirts with low necklines that show a decent amount of skin. All of the adults agree that even a suggestion of cleavage way oversteps the boundaries of what is appropriate, but the girls keep trying to get away with it with revealing too much. If my sister, wives, and I were to address the problem separately, this is how we would handle it. Mary wouldn't let the girls buy the shirt in the first place. Janelle wouldn't notice the low shirt unless it was unbelievably drastic, but then she'd tell them it was inappropriate. Robin would give them a lecture on purity, while Mary would want them to express themselves while still remaining within the rules of our family. I just look at them grown and ask them to change their shirt or pull it up so it covers more skin. Recently, I've pinned all of the girls' shirts with low necklines, but they keep finding them. Arg! The neckline issue is one that we all agree on as a family. We just have different ways of addressing it, but we don't always see eye to eye on other parenting issues. If some of the moms don't agree with how another sister wife is raising her own kids, we may take the liberty of giving her our 2 cents worth, but this is rare. However, if I have a problem or concern with one of my kids and don't know how to handle it, I usually ask another wife's opinion. One of the best things about living in a polygamous marriage is that when I'm unsure about how to approach a situation, chances are one of my sister wives has some great advice or has lived through the same thing. One of the things that we are all working together as a family is the dating question. We have a lot of teenagers who are testing the boundaries of what is permissible. As adults, we have to band together to give them constructive guidance so the kids can understand the consequences of taking on too much before they are ready. As a general rule, before they are 16, the kids can hang out with friends and go to dances or movies as long as there is nothing romantic going on. If one of the kids is crushing on someone, he or she is not 16, they cannot go out with that person. Once they are 16, the kids can group date. However, they have to wait until they are 18 for individual couple dates. As much as we want to strictly enforce these rules, there are always gray areas. When she was 15, Kelsey wanted to go to a dance with a friend. She promised that there's nothing too manic at all between this boy and her. They were purely platonic friends. Cody and I agreed to meet him. Then we took her phone from her and read all of her text messages to this boy in order to make sure there was no crushing going on. Once we were certain that Mackenzie and this boy were nothing more than friends, we allowed her to go to the dance.